Good morning. Paul DeMerico, Operations Section T for Rocky Mountain Team 1. Today is the morning update for Thursday, October 22nd, and today's plan. I'm going to start here down at the Rocky Mountain National Park. No movement, no concerns down here. We continue to monitor that, and it hasn't moved much in over a week. So we're not too concerned. We do have a plan in place. We do have a division inserted in there if the fire were to make a significant advance to the south. I'm going around, still looking really good. Not a whole lot's changed. Well, I do want to touch a little bit on this area near the Manhattan Road, south of Bel Air Lakes. We continued to mop up in there yesterday, talking to the ground resources. It sounds like most of all those fields in there have been mopped up, and we shouldn't see any significant heat or smoke coming out of that area. They've done everything they can in there as far as working those field types, and as they feel very confident that this has been the hazard and the threat in here has been mitigated. We will continue to see smoke in some of these unburned islands, is what we like to call them, in this area. But we've flown those, we've looked at those repeatedly, and there's no threat to any communities of Red Feather, Crystal Lakes, and Glacier View. We're continuing down into Branch 2, still looking good, all the way down into Division Tango. A lot of good work was done in there the last week or so, since last Wednesday is when we had that big fire run. No movement. We've got most of this all secured. There's a tiny piece in here we're still working on. It's in an old burn scar, and it's just tough access to get direct line on that. We're not too concerned because the fields do change. You don't have that overhead canopy for the fire to be able to get established and make a significant run. We will be putting resources in there and getting a hand line around that. Going down on Division Victor, we added more containment line in there along County Road 27. That continues to look really good. We're continuing to mop up, secure around structures, and continuing that operation with our resources. Division Uniform, this is where our spot fire occurred the other day. We do have firefighters around all of this, and we do plan on showing containment around 90% of that by the end of shift today. There's that one piece on that really steep piece of ground right here that we're gonna continue to have securing that line for the coming days. Coming down into here, we do have a combination of hand line and direct line, all the way from the corner above Masonville, all the way to the west side of Cedar Park. We feel like we're very confident that this fire now we got a line around it, has been secured, and we don't expect any more progression to the south. Last night and yesterday and last night, well, let me start with yesterday. We got the dozer line in here to the old Bobcat burn, and we're using County Road 43, using existing roads back down to it. So the fire was actively backing last night. So we had that dozer line put in yesterday. They did burn that last night successfully and continued to deflect the fire away from Storm Mountain as the fire backs down to County Road 43. We got a good plan in place to pick it up there while simultaneously continuing structure protection in those communities. Structure Group 43 has been assigned to this area as well, just to ensure while we're focused here that the structures and the properties along County Road 43 are being protected and assessed at the same time in case the fire does make an unexpected advance towards that county road. Structure Pingree. This area in here, we continue to mop up around the CSU campus and the Lutheran Church and those areas and the homes on Pingree Road. That field type, the mixed conifer field type, is a tough field to mop up and secure. And we're just ensuring, while we're keeping resources in there, that we don't get a anomaly spot fire or anything creeps under the roots into any of the infrastructure in there. So we're being really diligent with our folks in there. So as I continue through, as X-Ray goes into Zulu, we've been utilizing the North Fork Trail. Right here is our primary line, and what we're planning on doing is tying this in, the North Fork Trail, into this area in here. It's a wetland. It's got a lot of beaver ponds and marshy type of area where we feel like the fire wouldn't, it would lay down substantially to where it would take away that imminent threat to being able to line back up coming down into Estes Park. We were largely successful. We did get a spot fire right in here yesterday evening before the end of our day shift. Our night resources aren't able to get to work in there that far just due to the hazard trees and the beetle kill. And it's a risk during the evening because we can't see some of those imminent hazards such as those large mixed conifer trees, those spruce trees that are dead. And so we don't insert folks in there when we can't see those types of hazards. It's definitely not conducive for safe suppression actions. I do want to touch a little bit on that smoke that we all saw yesterday. We got a lot of phone calls down here. We did produce light to moderate smoke on our fire in certain areas yesterday, but for the most part, that increase and that large increase in smoke that we all saw, or that significant increase, was an East Troublesome fire. That fire made a substantial run yesterday. I'm hearing this morning there was 100,000 acres in one burn period. That's incredible. And from what we understand, that fire is somewhere in this area now. So that's what we're seeing. Our fire didn't make a substantial or significant run yesterday, and we're still feeling really good about the strategies and tactics that we have in place. Thank you.